If you trust your thoughts, this video will make you uncomfortable, because your mind is not on your side. Most people believe their mind exists to tell them the truth, but the mind's real job is survival, not honesty. It filters reality, it edits memories, it rewrites motivations, and it does all of this so you don't feel pain. That's the lie you live inside. Think about it. Your worst decisions didn't feel wrong when you made them. They felt logical. They felt justified. They felt necessary. That's because your mind doesn't ask, is this true? It asks, will this keep me safe? And safety often means staying small. This is why people stay in relationships that drain them, jobs that suffocate them, identities they secretly resent. Not because they're weak, but because their mind has convinced them this is who they are. And the moment you question that story, discomfort appears. That discomfort has a name. Carl Jung called it the shadow. Not a demon, not evil, but the parts of you that were rejected, buried, or denied. Traits you learned were unacceptable, desires that felt dangerous, emotions that were punished instead of understood, so your mind hid them. But here's the part most people never realize. What you hide doesn't disappear. It takes control. The shadow doesn't speak in words. It speaks through anxiety, through compulsions, through patterns you swear you don't choose. Every time you say, I don't know why I do this, you're hearing the shadow. The mind tells you a comforting lie. That's just how I am. But Jung warned us, what you do not make conscious will direct your life, and you will call it fate. This is how the shadow controls you. It turns fear into logic. It disguises avoidance as intuition. It convinces you that hesitation is wisdom. You call it being realistic. But realism in this case is just fear wearing intelligence. And the more you avoid the shadow, the more power it gains. That's why self-sabotage feels automatic. Why you repeat the same mistakes with different faces. Why growth feels exhausting instead of liberating. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're divided. One part of you wants expansion, another wants safety, and safety always speaks louder. The cost of believing the mind's lie is subtle but devastating. You don't wake up one day and feel ruined. You wake up feeling numb, disconnected, uninspired, like you're watching your life instead of living it. You become a character you learn to play, polite, controlled, acceptable, but something inside you feels missing. That missing feeling isn't emptiness, it's repression. The shadow doesn't disappear when ignored. It leaks into passive aggression, into jealousy you don't admit, into anger that surprises you. You judge in others what you refuse to see in yourself, and the mind protects you by saying, I'm not like that. But the truth is darker and more liberating. You are exactly like that, and more. Freedom doesn't begin with positivity. It begins with awareness. Not motivational awareness, brutal awareness. The kind that notices your excuses without defending them. The kind that watches your reactions instead of justifying them. The kind that asks, what am I avoiding right now? Awareness hurts because it dissolves the lie. And once the lie cracks, the mind panics. It will distract you, convince you this is overthinking, tell you to move on. That's how you know you're close. Confronting the shadow doesn't mean acting it out. It means seeing it. Naming the envy, admitting the resentment, acknowledging the desire you pretend not to have. Integration is not destruction, it's ownership. When you say, this exists in me, the shadow loses its grip. Because what is conscious cannot control you unconsciously. This is the paradox Jung understood. You don't become whole by being good. You become whole by being honest. The lie ends the moment you stop running. And the moment you stop running, your mind stops controlling you. Not because it changes, but because you finally see it.